Do you struggle to make it through the day without a drink? Do you know someone that can't get started in the morning without a cigarette? Have you ever broken the chain of addiction where others told you that you couldn't? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're probably already thinking that today is a different episode of
Maybe someone shot your parents and ran over your pet, and you spend your hours crying, just trying to forget. If your best friend moved to college, your lover ran away with someone much better looking and a whole lot better paid. Oh, but we'll be your friends. We'll be your friends.
All right, hello and welcome to another episode of We'll Be Your Friends, the only podcast approved by 4 out of 5 of the leading orthodontists. I'm your host, Taylor, a.k.a. Robert Brownie Jr., and to my right is my co-pilot, John. What's going on this week? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, dude? Super strung out. What's going on?
Strung out? Why? What happened?
I did a bunch of heroin. Just kidding. I didn't do that.
That's like just
I'm
so
sorry.
not even
We
okay.
don't know how to approach this one. It's weird.
I know it's a weird,
Yeah.
awkward episode, but
Yeah.
well, it's not awkward. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time that we mature
Yeah.
as men
Right?
and show that we have range.
Yeah, let's drink.
So let's get into a beer as we talk about today's addiction episode. John, what beer do you have on tap?
Today I got ourselves some Delirium Tremens. Delirium Tremens.
Okay, saying it a second time doesn't reinforce the joke. Why don't you just explain it?
I just said it wrong the first time.
Bro.
So this one's kind of ironic because the name actually refers to the symptoms of withdrawal from an alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah, confusion, hallucinations, all that good stuff. So
Our
I thought it'd be
guest is
perfect.
loving this.
Yeah. Speaking of, today on the show,
Wow.
we have.
Really killing it over there.
Don't shut the fuck up. They can't see it. Spill everywhere.
Yeah, so go ahead. Why don't you introduce this week's guest,
I got
John?
my good buddy here, Nick, who says he knows a lot about
Woo.
this stuff. He's a real big nerd, chemistry and numbers and stuff. He's part Jewish, so
That's not
Part-
true.
it's not true.
It's not true that you're Jewish?
That is not true.
None of that's
okay.
true. His name's not even Nick. No.
I don't understand.
So, yeah, I'm going to pour this beer here that's not spilling everywhere. It's a Belgian strong ale. No, it's a Belgian golden ale. It's fine.
It's not fine. This room has carpet.
It's all over my pants. It's fine.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
just gonna. Like, I don't want this
He's
room
only
to smell
spilling
like
on
a
himself.
fucking frat toga party for
I'm
the
gonna
rest of the
strung out. I
forever.
told you, man. Here you
So,
go, buddy. Here you go, Nick.
I'm gonna
yeah.
try and steer
It's
this
kinda-
back into a good direction.
Hope you like
Nick,
it sticky.
it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming on to the show. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You actually chose this week's topic. Why don't you just kind of, while you're taking a sip of that beer, tell us why you chose this topic and why you're so suited to speak on it.
Well, I guess I've had a decent amount of study done about it. I went to school for biochemistry and psychology and learned a lot about, like, basically on the molecular level what's happening in
Okay.
the human body or human mind. And also, drugs have always been an interesting thing because they can completely change a person temporarily. It's like hot wiring them in a way.
Oh, okay.
And I've also seen like a ton of people just throughout life that have used substances, and I see them go through cycles. Some of them come out okay, some of them don't. And it's just an interesting topic.
That is
And I
very
thought that this show definitely like could use like a weird tangent, and I was like, that'd be cool if I could do that.
Yeah.
So
No, I appreciate that you came down because I'm really excited to talk about that. So on that, let's take a sip of this week's beer and get into it.
Ooh, it's unfiltered. It's got that Belgian yeast, so it's all funky.
yeah, it's like a bunch of stuff in here.
It's warm.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to drink beer cold all the time.
It's
You
actually
can taste
easier
it a
on
lot
your
better
stomach.
when it's not super cold.
I appreciate it.
Thank
I'll
you.
be honest, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, I thought you might like this because the yeast is a lot different than what I've been giving you.
No.
It's straight out of Belgium, so it's,
I would give this an okay.
Ooh, an okay.
Yeah.
A thumb, kind of just idling.
You know, like, have you ever seen?
Like slightly halfway above, you
It's
know,
like-
like
yeah.
3.
You ever seen
Like
The
you have
Gladiator
Parkinson's or something?
when Joaquin Phoenix is like waiting to like see what he's going to do at Russell Crowe? That's where we're at.
Yeah. Russell Crowe. 2 Russell
I
Crowes.
appreciate that. We really should just start giving it to me in these shot glasses every
Yeah.
week because that's about as much beer as I can handle. So I appreciate
He's hammered
that.
now.
Oh, I'm sloshed.
He's actually going through a cycle. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about it.
Nick, what do you think of this week's beer?
Actually, it's pretty good. I'm usually I like stouts, porters, anything like on the dark end. But I
Once you go
appreciate
black.
some.
A little
I
warm,
appreciate
yeah,
some
light.
some lighter beers. Which is this one's weird because I usually don't drink beer with stuff in it.
It's just
But it's kinda
residual
nice.
yeast. It's not.
It's
just,
like when I
Oh,
drink
is that what
coconut
those
water.
like
or-
flakes were?
yeah, some beer is not filtered, and it's like towards the bottom, or like bottle fermented
So
beers.
is it like somebody like dipped some bread in my beer and like just kind of like let it sit there? Is that what happened?
It's like someone didn't remove the bread from your beer. They left it there. Yeah, yeasty.
now I'm glad I took it in a shot glass where it's just one quick thing. So I
You can't.
overthink
You're not
it.
like chewing on it. It's just
I like it.
yeah, it's good.
It was okay.
I like it. It's authentic. It's true.
Coming from the guy who likes alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of guys who like alcohol,
Speaking
thanks
of-
for the,
speaking of
for the
delirium
sweet
tremens.
segue there, because I was like, how am I going to get into this one?
It's gonna be hard.
There's
to go.
really no way to do it, but it
Oh, you
is
just straight
it is
up
really
do it.
interesting though, because I think that the human mind is first of all just a crazy fucking thing.
Fuck
Like
that place.
there's so much shit that can be going on in that thing, and it's crazy that we'll never really truly understand it. But addiction is definitely an odd thing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, and we're going to get into it obviously throughout the episode, but I myself have seen a fair share of addiction, not only in just myself but in family members and friends. I've seen some pretty fucked up ones too.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty crazy to think, but like, where is it that addiction starts? Is it, what would you say is the most common way, or some of the most common ways that addictions can start up?
Well, first thing I want to like say before we even get into like specifically like addiction, there's just to say something about like kind of like the definition of it. A lot of
Please.
people think that like, and I'm not going to give you like a Webster version of the definition, but it's like
Yeah, please
so
don't.
a lot of people think that like addiction is always like with some sort of substance abuse or something like that. It's not always like that. So there's like two different ways, I think, because you can be addicted from things like when you're a really little kid, like video games or something like that, or whatever it is. Like you can get addicted to people, you can get addicted to certain things, that whatever gives you pleasure. It's releasing the same kind of like chemicals in your brain, just one can be done like through a substance, or it can happen naturally. But there are different levels. So I guess to answer your question, how does one start, is more like you start doing something. You probably aren't thinking that it's going to ever be like a part of you, or like something that you're really, really going to like or whatnot. But like maybe you try something like for me, like way back when I first played Counter-Strike, I was like, oh, this is a fun game. I've played first person shooters
You were
before.
all over that.
And yeah, it was like, as soon as I started playing that, it was like, it is fucking on. I love this shit. Like, I cannot stop playing. It's like, then I'd start playing for like hours a day, and then soon, it's just like that, it completely like overwhelms your mind. You're like, I can't wait to get home, finish my homework just so I can play again, blah, blah, blah. So I
Right.
think like, there's lots of different ways you can start. Obviously, probably a big one that's classic and candid on like TV is like the peer pressure, like, some person smokes a joint with their friend like after school or some shit, or like somebody gives you a beer at a party, and then like you
You're
fast
obligated,
forward
yeah.
10 years pass, and then the person's like a complete alcoholic or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like, oh well, how did that happen? It's like, well, sometimes it might take just like the smallest little
Yeah.
thing, and then combined
Spark.
with maybe some hereditary or friendship like pushing on you, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Who knows?
A lot of it is hereditary, huh? Like it's a big
Yeah, it's definitely a
contribution
big part.
to a lot of.
And I think they're finding out more and more that it is like not
Is it
even
like
just
more so hereditary or like environmental?
I wouldn't say it's more so of either one. It'd probably be like a case by case, but there is like
fair
hereditary
enough.
like situations. But like, imagine if you had a huge hereditary like influence, but then you never were around any of those like things. Like, say
Yeah.
you come from a long line of alcoholics or a long line of like coke users or something. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be one, right? Even if you're around it, sometimes it doesn't happen. But sometimes nobody could have used in their entire family history, and then they do it one time. It's just for them, that's the thing.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, I've seen that happen. It's pretty upsetting. Like I grew up in New York on Long Island. Now I want to make sure I put an asterisk on this because like when I say it, I don't want people to think like, oh, Taylor grew up like right in the middle of the city. Like
York.
people must have been doing crack and like
Bagels and crack.
bagels and crack and stuff. No,
my two favorite things. No.
I grew up on
piece of
Long
pie.
Island, which is relatively like suburban. I think that's the best way to put it. But the town I grew up in, Levittown, is full of white trash. Everyone there is white trash. Even my parents say it, they know they're white trash. I'm white trash because I come from there.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't accept it, then
Straight out the trailer.
you know the first step to fixing a problem is admitting you have one. But anyways, I've seen a lot of the people that I grew up with ended up like doing pills, and it's all it takes is that one time. And I watched the gradual movement up because first, you know, it starts we're all smoking weed together. And,
Yeah.
you know, one weekend like everyone has off from work, and this one guy brings a little bit of, one guy brings a little bit of ecstasy, and everyone's like, okay, let's try it.
We'll try that one time.
Let's try it. That's gonna be fun. It's only
Sounds
gonna be one
great.
time.
Yeah, more.
One time. And then you do it the first time, you're like, wow, this is amazing and not so bad. And then, like, next thing you know, your friends are picking up
serotonin
ecstasy every single weekend.
Jeez.
They're doing it before school.
Oh
and then
my
they're
God,
starting to buy, like, oxycodone. And then they find out that's too expensive. And now they're buying heroin.
Right.
Jesus.
And stealing your mom's DVD player
Requiem for
to
a
get
Dream
that.
status,
Yeah. I won't name any people, but
You're still mad about that DVD player, aren't you?
yeah,
Give me
it's
that
fine.
fucking DVD.
Jeff, if you're out there, get back.
Yeah, but I've seen
got
it happen.
so many DVDs I wanna watch.
and it's crazy the way it kind of because you never expect it and you never know it and you
Yeah.
never say like, oh, wow, it's gonna be this person, like that person's gonna like get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes you see. It's funny when you think back, like when it first started, when you're all in like middle school to high school, like area, that's usually like when you see like a substance abuse thing start going wrong, or you watch somebody who was very straight edged and didn't have any sort of issue, almost stayed away from it, and then like they're the ones that fall off the worst. Sometimes you're like,
Yeah, 'cause-
damn, that
'cause
shit trips me out.
Their
Like-
spectrum that goes from here to like and it's so
even the ones that are
intense.
more reserved when their parents are so trying to keep them away from it,
Yeah.
then it like makes them almost want to lash out once they finally get
more,
released
yeah.
and do more. And a lot of times they come back. I mean, to be honest, like a ton of people that have addictions like usually like bounce back to at least a normal level. You obviously remember the worst case scenario, but like it's crazy to see like some people they're like, yeah, I was around it a lot. I did it when I was really young. Then I kind of stopped after high school, and then they were cool. Then the people who were never around it, they do it like senior year of high school, and then all through like the next 6 years, 8 years, or whatever, that they're finally released into the wild or the real world when they can make their own decisions. They don't have that parent going, don't do that, or like stay home, you know, like have those skills to say no. And so they kind of fall off the deep end, if you will. It's weird.
No, that it's not weird. That you're right. It's a fair comparison to make because my parents. So growing up, my parents didn't smoke cigarettes ever.
Right.
I mean, my dad did, but like when I was like really, really young, like I don't ever remember seeing him light up a cigarette. He did light up a couple cigars here and there. I remember that as a kid, but like who didn't in the 90s? Everybody's dad had a pack of Macanudos.
Pack a Mac.
Yeah, pack of Macs. And
Good old
I don't know if you know if that's a thing, but you know, it
is,
sounds
yeah.
like it. It is.
at least it was in Long Island.
Yeah.
Like there were these little like tiny. It was like those little cigarillo boxes, and like you know every dad had one, and like he had to cut off. He'd bite off the end, and spit it out.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
manly right now.
Yeah. You just sit out on the porch and just smoke a cigar, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
Pondering.
Burning it down, son. You want to
But-
try?
So my parents never
how I
smoked
was addicted.
cigarettes, but then the first, like almost the first chance I got, I tried smoking a cigarette. It was
Interesting.
like, well, so for the longest time,
First chance.
no,
Give it
well,
to me.
my mom,
Give it to me now.
My mom and dad were like, you know, like don't smoke, it's bad for you. Because I think like my grandparents smoked on both sides, and like they were just trying to like right the wrongs that their parents did. Because like I remember my mom told me a story that her mom, my grandma, was like, if you ever want to smoke, you just come and sit down at the kitchen table and we can do it together.
Interesting.
Like, which was like kind of just
Fully
like the way
supportive.
that like kids grew up in this. My mom grew up in like the 60s and 70s. So like it was like once you turned 13, like you were considered like, okay, well you're 13 now. So if you want to smoke cigarettes, like you can do it with mom, but that's it. You know, because they didn't know. Well, they didn't know. You know,
Healthier. Yeah.
it didn't. Nobody really realized like just how bad. It, like back then, it was like
Right,
drinking a
right.
beer or like wine or something. You know.
Everybody's doing it.
Exactly.
It must be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it must be
Yeah.
okay. It says cool right on the package.
Look at the cartoon fucking.
I mean,
Spelled with a
camels
K.
are sweet, right?
Yeah, how you, look at that
water
cowboy.
there.
Look how
Water
manly
retention.
he
You
is.
seen a camel spit? It's incredible.
So I remember it. I remember the first cigarette I smoked like it was fucking yesterday. It was a Dejarum Black, if you even consider that a cigarette. If you don't, the first cigarette I ever smoked was a Marlboro Mild. But a Dejarum Black is a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a clove cigarette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're like nasty, but they smell like. Well, this one
Right,
tasted
right.
like gingerbread. So I had finally got like made friends in like middle school, high school, and some of them were in a band, and they were like, "Hey," and I was getting into like videography and stuff, and I wanted to make a music video, and this one band reached out to me like, "Hey, do you want to help us make a music video?" And I was like, "Sure." So I went to their house and their practice, and we were all hanging out, and they're like, "Why don't you come hang out with us? Like, we're gonna go like to the bowling alley and like walk around." And like that was my first experience of like hanging out in a parking lot. Like I'm not sure if that is like a thing
Yeah.
out here in Oregon for you guys,
That's definitely a thing.
but like it was a thing. Yeah, like you go to
At
a
night.
park at
Any
night.
like
yeah, you're
rural
just-
areas.
Everyone's just sitting
they're
around
parked.
their cars, and like some people have some weed, some cigarettes, maybe some booze, and you're just sitting there like because you have nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
And I got invited
Idle
to it, and there were some kids who were smoking cigarettes. And now, up to this point, I had been like, I used to be the kid who was like, who would snap other people's cigarettes in half. Because, like, I was like, oh, cigarettes are so bad, you're not supposed to smoke, don't do that.
You break them in front
I
of them.
said
Like,
break-
"We're just
like,
gonna
fuck
smoke
you,
it.
yeah.
Smoke twice as much now.
Yeah, exactly. And which was the dumbest thing ever.
Sure.
And that night, we go
Naturally.
up to this bowling alley, and this kid who I'd known for a really long time, but I had no idea that he smoked, lights went up, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be smoking.
Those clothes.
Don't you
Come
know that's
on.
bad for you?
Yeah, and he's like, and he
Smells like
looked me in the
gingerbread.
eyes, and I'll never forget it. He goes, well, how do you know it's so bad if you've never tried it? And I was like, shit.
that.
Yeah, as a 15-year-old kid, like, that's some pretty hard logic to break. Like,
You're like, God damn it, you're right. In a
dude,
way.
you
Give me a
couldn't be
gun
more
while you're
right.
at it too.
Yeah, give me one of them cigarettes. So I smoked it, and it was like, all right. Like, I didn't love it, but what I did like was the marijuana I smoked after it.
Oh,
And
so
so
more of a kick than cloves.
yeah, well,
Ooh,
so
this is funny.
my first time was a little weird. I
Everything's
liked.
funny.
I remember I enjoyed the taste of it, but I didn't think that I was high or anything. It doesn't matter. We don't have to get
Right,
into that.
right,
I think we
right.
did in the cannabis episode, but I started smoking cigarettes because I was just always around these kids because they had the weed, and I wanted to try more weed,
had the
and like I was friends with them, so I just kept smoking cigarettes. And then I smoked pretty heavily, and John can attest to this because he knows me. And like for the last 3 years, I've smoked pretty heavily, like maybe
Yeah.
a
Like
pack
bud
and a
or-
half a week. No,
Oh,
cigarettes.
okay.
Maybe like I smoke weed pretty heavily too, but but cigarettes. Shaka bra for 20.
Yeah, what is that?
You're like,
I
oh,
literally love the hip hop air horn.
Yeah. No, that's the addition of the new soundboard, by the way. I hope everybody likes it. I finally figured out how to make it work, so we have
It's
that.
gonna get,
Oh,
it's gonna get way more.
John
AM
doesn't have.
radio.
It's gonna get real AM
R&B
radio in
dog?
here.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was always smoking cigarettes, and then up until about maybe 2 months ago, I was smoking heavily, and then one day I just like felt like crap during a cigarette, and I haven't had one since.
really?
Really, I've tried quitting so many times, like, and it never set in. And then it was a Friday night, and I had been smoking, but not telling Hannah that I was smoking, which is bad.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I tried to keep it secret from her, and I was only smoking at work. And it was a Friday night, and I had a pack of cigarettes, and there was like 2 left, and Hannah was going to be working late, so I was like, oh, I'm going to be home until like 11 o'clock. I'll bring these 2 cigarettes home, and I'll smoke them throughout the rest of the night. I might want one because I had some weed, and I was going to hang out, play some video games, have a real bro night. A nice little bachelor night. Yeah,
Sword fight.
bachelor. And
Cross
I
streams.
went outside to smoke the first cigarette, and I was like muscling through it. Like I was like, oh,
Gotta get this.
I imagine him like
yeah, yeah. I was just like
fully gripping.
like
It's burning
every-
my hand.
squishing it.
every single
Muscling
drag,
yourself.
every single drag, I was like, oh, this is gross. Why am I doing this? So I looked at my pack and I was just like, fuck it, and I threw out the last one I had.
Damn.
And it was just, I threw it out, and then the next, I didn't smoke one all weekend because I don't smoke them when I'm around Hannah, and I was around her all weekend. Didn't even think about it. And Monday morning came up, and I was going to work, and I stopped at Plaid for my energy drink, like normal routine.
Yeah.
And I got up to the register, and the guy's like, "Do you need some cigarettes?" And I was like, and then immediately my head just went right back to like how shitty I felt when I was smoking that cigarette,
Nice.
like the night before. And I was like, no, I don't want them, and I haven't touched a cigarette since.
That's
Yeah.
rather amazing.
You're smoking
Is
That's
that
awesome.
crazy?
Yeah, that,
Is
I
it?
mean, I've heard of
Is
that.
that
like,
uncommon?
happen. It is definitely less common. Usually, people have like a a many attempt, you know, like,
Yeah.
and they have like a plan or something, you know, but like when you have that fully conscious while you're doing it, you're like, I don't want this anymore. That's like very powerful.
Well, also there's those like, I mean, that's not to discredit it, but it's kind of mild. But there's some like with harder drugs, there could be some crazy event that results from you doing drugs that might make you go, "Fuck, I got to stop doing
That
that."
oh
Right,
shit
yeah.
moment.
No,
yeah,
that's
like I
like
just
a-
lost my kid, or like I shot someone. Those are
Get a DUI.
those are really
or
violent, yeah,
whatever.
or a DUI, yeah, that'll fuck with someone's years.
Oh yeah, it's like a major life like stressor that you did not see coming, and then you finally realize like that was a result. Like, I mean, not to like tangent off from you,
No, please.
but yeah, I mean that's
It's a world of tangents. That's what this whole podcast. Is about.
Yeah,
Tangent
will
away.
be your tangent.
Yeah.
like for me, like I was drinking like fairly heavily, like regularly. I was never like the type to like drink before work or anything like that. Like I have no problem like stopping like to do anything responsible. But it's like, oh well, weekend comes.
But when
know,
you
like,
can, it's-
but when I can,
Yeah.
then it's easier. Like, and so there was a time where I was like living in like Beaverton at the time, and I was living with a homie. And then there's like months at a time where he moves basically away to like do work for like months at a time. So now I'm like alone, idle hands. You know, I usually would like back in like school, I would like have like a beer or two while I'd like hit some people up to be like, hey, you want to hang out? Like possibly like get some drinks tonight, whatever. And usually you always find somebody to like drink with you. Now it becomes a problem. My days off are like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They aren't right now, but like they used to be. And so like terrible days to like
Yeah.
drink with anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do shit. So I started to like with that same habit, like I'd have like a beer or two, started to hit people up, and then nobody actually could hang out. And then now I'm like 5 or 6 beers deep and I'm by myself. And then I'd like would go to like a, you know, random bar or something like that. But obviously I wasn't gonna just like call an Uber or something
Yeah.
like that. It was like, oh yeah, I'm fine to drive because my
Yeah.
tolerance is so high and I've barely had that many. And
Right.
then you go out, you get in like a little bit of, you know, conversation with some people, blah, blah. Eventually, you know, you have a couple more drinks and then you want to drive home. Randomly, like maybe you'll have like another friend that like is down on Tuesday. He's like, oh yeah, I don't have to work tomorrow for whatever reason. And then like you go out and have some more drinks or whatever. And you know, when you're with your friends or close friends, you tend to like, especially old close drinking friends or anything, you tend
Yeah.
to like go a little more in excess.
Yep.
And that
Yeah.
happened to me one night
Of
where I
course.
just had,
That's
we were
you.
at a bar
That's
that
me.
was like a local bar. He knew like the bartender, like the dude was pouring strong ass drinks. I was having like pint upon pint. Then I'm like, yeah, could I get a Jack and Coke? And it was basically all Jack, just sprayed a little bit of Coke.
A little
and to me
drizzle.
at the time, I was like, thank you. I was like, that was the best $8 drink I've ever had. It's just a full glass. Finished that thing. This other dude like that he knew was like at the bar, and we were like looking at our cars and whatnot, like as they were warming up, we were about to leave. We leave the parking lot. He's like revving his engine. I do the same to mine, and like as soon as we pull out of the driveway, like this cop just immediately like nabs
Oh,
me.
he's
and
waiting
I like
for you guys.
I look over at my friend who I'm driving home, and to be honest, like it's even more ironic, but I don't want to get into it. I was in the same car with him when he got a DUI about
Oh,
a year
no.
prior
Oh,
at
no.
the
Oh,
same
no,
bar a
you
week
didn't
apart from it on the
learn.
same like it was on the same
Damn.
like Tuesday.
Jesus.
It was ridiculous. But anyway, so I obviously didn't learn my fucking lesson, and so I had to learn the hard way. And then I got pulled over, and I look over at him, and I'm just like, "Well, here we go,
The
getting
long-
Dewey."
the long dick of the
and
law.
I was just like, "Fucking A." And
That's
so
the hard
anything,
way.
I just remember very significantly at that moment in my life, like I still have very like luckily like a decent amount of clarity when I'm drunk, which I don't know why, unless I have like way too much. And then I'm completely
Drunk Rain
out.
Man.
Eventually, that clarity will go away.
Yeah. I mean, if I go over, I like to ride the gray line, as like I guess I would call it, not go into like the,
The gray
blackness.
line.
Yeah.
like
some
that.
I
people
heard you
call it-
refer to that before.
Some people call it browning out, but I'm like, but if like
Yeah, if-
crystal clear would be white and
Yeah.
like completely blacked out is black. I think gray.
Where's brown coming from? Colors, right?
Because you're shit faced. No.
Is
But
brown.
I was in the fucking cruiser on the way back to the police station or jail or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I remember just looking out the window and I was just like, this is a good thing. Like, I needed this. Like, I know it's going to suck. Going to cost
Yeah.
a lot of money. It's going to ruin my life for a bit, which it did in a way. But it actually was like a turn that like changed me for like a really like, I still drink now and everything, but it is not the
It's
same.
something
Oh,
you
yeah.
It
remember.
is so different.
You embraced that early on too. Most people would get like you know partially through that and be like, okay, maybe this is a good thing. But you're like, all right, this is what I need. Perfect.
No, seriously, like I
Make
knew
my life miserable, so I learned.
exactly, and sometimes I need that because I'm pretty fucking stubborn.
Yeah.
But I've had other
You're
friends
way
that got Deweys and shit, And then as soon as they were done with their classes that where you get UA'd and you're going through diversion and whatnot, technically you're supposed to be sober, stay away from bars, or any alcohol actually is not supposed to be in your house or anything like that. So you're not supposed to be going around any of this stuff. But a lot of the people I know, as soon as they're done getting UA'd and done with the classes, they go right back, right?
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I could do that and I'd probably get away with it. But I also have a decent amount of anxiety sometimes. So I was like, I'm going to play the safe route and not touch it at all. And I'm going to try to fix myself using this time period. So I was sober for a year and 2 months from alcohol. I think I like smoked like a little bit of CBDs, hit the like actual weed like once or twice maybe that year. And then I did also a little bit of mushrooms like during the summer, but like it was just
mushrooms are just food
just
poisoning.
peppered
It's not
in.
really
it was
like
like
that.
it was just
in the-
I was getting to the point where like I was also smoking a lot of cigs at that point because I couldn't smoke weed anymore.
Yeah.
And so I got to like this point where I was like having those like freakouts, like I'm so structured right now, I need a release. And so I guess I did use like a little bit, but that was the time that I didn't touch alcohol. I didn't even touch mouthwash. Nothing that had
Wow.
alcohol in it, like period.
Yeah.
People were like, have a sip of this beer. I'm like, I'm not touching it
Yeah.
at all until I am done. And so like it was weird because you kind of like stop. Like once I started drinking, like towards the end of high school, really was like the first time. It was like a week before I turned 17, I believe. Then it like I'd never really had that before, and it's just like it was weird because the parts about me from that age that lasted till I guess I was like 25 when I got my Dewey, like those stuck around. So as soon as I was sober again, like all those anxieties and the stuff I didn't work through, like mentally being around people like in like social situations
Yeah.
without being lubricated by like intoxication, like
Sure.
Yeah.
it like all came back, and I had to like face that shit sober again, almost like by myself, because I like didn't like have anybody around. I'm an only child as well. There's no like brother and sister to call.
Yeah.
Don't really want to call your parents like to talk
Yeah.
about this situation.
Yeah.
And so it was like kind of like a really intense thing to go through, but like honestly, it was like one of the greatest things that has happened to me, even how fucking weird that sounds.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of money. You go through like an intense like amount of like depression and anxiety a little bit, but like it makes you a better person coming out on top.
Sure.
Having
Absolutely.
to actually go through it.
You can't change without shit like that happening. You got to have.
No, I mean,
Sometimes that's
will
what it
yourself
takes.
to be different.
Sometimes
yeah.
that's what it takes, but like it was a good thing. And so like I think like that was one of the things I wanted to share is like sometimes I know there's probably other people going through that or they know somebody, and it's like as long as you stay positive and use that time, you're gonna be stuck in the fucking adult grounding by the fucking government for however long it lasts, for the year or whatever. It's just like I utilize the time to try to better myself, and I think I actually did, because I don't fucking drink and drive ever anymore. I'll have like 2 beers, and that's like
Yeah, you're pretty
you know,
strict
like,
about it. I've noticed.
I've had like 3 Coors, but I know if it's like over like 4 or 5 hours, that I'm
Yeah.
still going to be a little below the limit, which doesn't mean you're scot-free either. They can still give it to you, but
Yeah.
I guess that's as close of a risk as I'm going to take, because if not, I'll even Uber like from like a mile away from my
Yeah.
house if I fucking
Yeah,
have
moral-
I
to.
respect that.
Moral of the story is go get a Dewey. Yeah. Everyone get hammered.
So
and start
just make
driving.
mistakes until
Right,
you get it
though.
right.
Fuck up really hard.
Sometimes that's the kick
Yeah.
in the ass that you need. Like I had a
Sometimes.
buddy. I don't want to say his name just in
Yeah,
case,
yeah,
you know,
don't.
whatever. But him and I met during like a weird transitional period in both of our lives. Like all of his friends who knew that he was like addicted to stuff were kind of fed up with him, and all of my friends were like fed up with me. And I met him and didn't know how bad he was.
Right.
And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go party with you, dude. Like, let's go." Like, nobody
Yeah,
wants
man,
to
I'm the
party
best
with me.
enabler around.
Couple rejects, fucking man.
So, you know, it started where we would go to the bar here and there, and like I was not old enough to get into the bar, but he was friends with the bartenders, so like nobody questioned it. And like I'm a pretty big dude, and I've had my beard for a long time. Like I've looked old enough for a while.
This dude's chill.
Yeah, and like they were like, "Oh, well, this guy's not going to cause any problems. This is fine, whatever." So I'd get to go to the bar with him, which at first to me was like really cool because it's like, "Yeah, I'm 19. I'm going to the bar. I'm getting drinks, motherfucker. Like, what's up?"
Cool.
Fast
Yeah.
forward, you blacked out naked on the bar.
Exactly. No,
It's
like,
fine.
5
It's
minutes
fine.
though. He said, "So he hasn't
the
had a drink
first
yet."
time that I realized it was pretty bad was there. So there's a couple of there's 2 times where I was like, all right, it's getting really bad, and then I cut myself off, and then he got really fucked over, and he learned the hard way. First time was we were out, and my phone died like while we were out, and I was like, fuck it, like, you know, I was like, Mom, I'm staying in house. Like nobody was questioning it. We were out, and then we're drinking a little bit, and I didn't drink as much as did because I've never really liked alcohol, like, and I've always been that way. I'll drink a little bit here and there because like it's the social thing to do.
Right.
But I don't like beer, and if I'm gonna drink, it's gonna be like a really fruity, like girly drink that I'm embarrassed to order and hold. So I just don't do it. So I was driving. He's like, go to 7-Eleven, go to 7-Eleven. So we go to 7-Eleven, and like we're fucking around with the guy who works there because he's like this like weird old dude, and
Yeah,
like
every 7-Eleven
yeah,
at that time.
yeah. He's like, yo, you guys drunk? And we're like, yeah, what's up? He's like, oh, you ever smoke any weed? We're like, oh, we're gonna about to smoke some weed with the 7-Eleven guy. And you're like, but then in retrospect, you're like, that's like a 6-year-old dude who works the night shift at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we should definitely not be hanging out with
And
him.
he's got a pocket full of roach clips. Like, that's not the guy you hang out with.
God.
But we're in there.
His name was Roach.
Yeah, so we're in there, we're like buying cigarettes and candy and stuff. And then in strolls my mom.
Oh,
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and my mom's getting her morning coffee for work. And I'm in there, drunk as shit, what's up? And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? So that was like the first time I was like, maybe not. Or like, maybe this dude is like not the guy I should be like hanging out
shit.
with.
Yeah. Mom, try this
And
roach.
then I was like, fuck it. It was a one-time stupid thing. So we go back to the bar the next weekend. And
It was a one-time thing.
So we're at 7-Eleven.
Fast
My
forward.
mom walks in again.
Roach is like, what's up?
we get back to the bar, and there's this guy there, and I'm trying to think of the right way to describe him without being completely awful, but he was a Spanish guy, and he's like, he was there the whole night with a bunch of his friends, and I didn't know who he was, but my buddy kept going up to him, and they were like talking all night, and then my buddy's like, hey, come here, man, like, come here, I want to show you something. Brings me into the bathroom, and this kid shoves a fucking key with cocaine on it, like, up into my nose.
Oh.
So, like, now we've done coke with the Spanish guy. Sorry,
now
Mom.
I do cocaine. Jesus.
I don't like cocaine. I've tried it twice in my life. Both times that I tried it, I was like, oh, wow, this is over. Like, it happened so quickly.
That was
Like,
really fast.
Yeah.
I get
kind of
how
intense.
people could get addicted to it
first time
because
you
it
had sex.
happens so quickly. Like, it's in and out so fast that, like, I imagine someone who really likes it is like, give me more and more and more. I got to keep it going.
Yeah.
I would never be, I could never get into it. It's not for me. So now this kid did it, and I was like, I don't want to do this coke, and like, I'm not paying for this. He's like, don't worry, this guy's cool, like, blah, 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 he's being cool, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, and then halfway through the night, he comes up to me, and he's like, hey, man, we got to get out of here. And I was like, why? He's like, we just got to get out of here.
Gotta get more
So we
coke.
run,
Your mom's
we leave,
here.
we leave the bar, and he like looks around, and then he fucking bolts it. So now I'm a big
Jesus.
dude, and I'm like, fuck, like, who am I running from? So I start running.
You're
and
more
we,
stressed
Is
about
this
running.
serious?
Yeah.
You're more
Like,
stressed about having to run. You're like, dude, can I just get pulled? I don't
so
care.
we
like,
run all the way
pull the
around
car
this bar.
around.
Come on, give me that coke.
He's like parked like right next to the door, right? But because he was afraid that he was going to get caught, he ran the opposite way, so we had to go like around like 3 or 4 blocks to come back
Clarity.
around and sneak to his car. And like this whole time I was like, fuck man, this is so stupid. And we finally stopped. I'm like, who are we running from? He's like, oh, I didn't know that dude who's giving us coke all night. I told him I'd give him money, but I don't want to, so like, we had to
God,
go.
dude.
And I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck? Are you kidding?
Remember when you're like, I shouldn't hang out with this
I just
guy?
ripped off the coke dealer. I think he's a little mad.
And what sucked was like,
He looks pretty
It wasn't
intense.
so much. At that point, I realized that he had a really bad problem, and like he was a nice guy, so like I tried really hard to like help him. Like I invite him to like family events, and like I was like, come hang out and like see like the cooler side. Like we could still like
Yeah.
smoke and
Don't
drink,
run
but like
from people.
we don't have to like down a bottle of Jack and then go get a tattoo. Like you know, we can.
We've done that for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have running out
We
of
could
room
just
for
smoke
tattoos.
weed and play Nintendo. It's
Yeah.
fine. And he just didn't get it, and we kind of drifted apart, which sucked. And I hadn't heard from him in a few weeks. And then the next I had heard, he was out all night, binger, like coked out, late for work, driving as fast as he could to get there, flipped his car like 4 times.
Oh, nice.
He survived. He lived.
Sure.
He like
Coke strength.
Yeah, coke strength. I don't think he broke anything. And if he did, I'm sorry to misquote it. But
broke a record.
all I know is that like,
badass
after
lawyer.
I heard it, I went to his house and like I knew his mom because like his sister and I graduated together. He was a little bit older than me, so I knew his mom. And I was like, when is he coming back? She's like, oh, he'll be back then. So I was like, okay, I'll be here. So I came back to see him after he got out of the hospital and stuff. And he just like fucking grabbed me and he was like, I didn't realize how bad it was and blah, blah, blah. And I took a step back because I was like, I'm not going to stop smoking weed because you.
That's the first thing.
Fuck that.
I'm not gonna stop.
No. I didn't put it so bluntly.
I really
But,
wanna
like,
roll my car.
To make a long story short, I was like,
Bluntly?
I knew I was an enabler, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to enable him. I wanted him to get clean for him.
Right.
And he did. For a while, he was good. I think he did kind of fall off the wagon for a minute, but then he got back on it. Now, as far as I know, he's like a stockbroker. He's making good money. Like, I've seen a
does
couple pictures of
Adderall.
him.
Still
Yeah.
doing cocaine. Yeah.
He's wearing a lot of suits. I mean, essentially, it could be cocaine, but he looks good. And
wearing a
I've
lot of
heard good
suits.
things.
He appears to be successful.
Well, and one of his girlfriends, someone that I knew like pretty well. I had known her for a while. She overdosed
Ooh.
after they broke up,
Yeah.
and like he didn't know that she was doing drugs, and like she was like really bad. She
damn.
overdosed. So I think that was also something that kicked in the butt. But if you're listening, buddy, I hope you're clean and you're doing well. And if you are, hit me up. Or if you're not, hit me up. I don't care. I haven't heard from you in a while, but I doubt you listen to this. But how about you,
random.
John? I mean, Nick and I have been talking a lot. So, do you know anybody who's had to like face addiction, or have you had to? I mean, you don't seem like the type of guy that has really.
I
had
haven't stopped drinking alcohol since I was like 23.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never
Or
like
20,
gone
well,
out with
18,
you.
18. 23.
There's only been one time that I went out with you. I was like, all right, John's like having some extra fun tonight. And that was when we went to Coop's party. Mm-hmm. You were like, you had like a couple more beers than I had seen you have before. But like not in a way where I was like, oh, John is like
See, that's the
getting sloppy.
That's
What's
the
up?
depressing
Yeah.
part is I don't really do that too often at like parties. It's home alone, like by myself drinking. That's the shitty, like depressing part of like, yeah. No, and that's why I brought up Hereditary, because my father and my uncles are all alcoholics, and so there was a time where I was like, I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm going to do everything my dad didn't do because he sucked. You know,
Right.
to a degree. He did raise me. I don't want to completely shit on him, but
Yeah.
he's super dead now.
We've
It's
all
fine.
got dads.
Yeah. He's not here to hear it, so it's fine.
All right, come on.
No. But I brought up Hereditary because I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then I just kind of, like, I kind of was staring at me drifting into alcoholism, and I just kind of was aware of it, and I wasn't really stopping it. I was like, I should probably slow down. I don't want to, alcoholic, whatever. And then before I knew it, I was like, well, I haven't stopped drinking beer for like, I hadn't had a day. Like, there was a time where I realized I looked back and it hadn't been a day I hadn't had a beer. Like, and then I tried that, and the fact that it's a struggle for me to stop drinking, I haven't gone more than a week, and to be honest, like whenever I try, because I just get super hammered and hungover, and I feel like shit, and I'm destroying my body, so I'm like, I gotta stop.
Well, I
And
think
just
you don't
go-
have to get hammered every night. There's a difference between like sipping a beer
No, I
and
know.
like getting hammered.
Well, I've since regulated, but like,
Yeah.
my point is, it's the fact that, like I said, it's hard for me to stop. It's a challenge. I fiend, and I'm just like, shit, this is.
I think
yeah.
just to, like, not to cut you off or like just like add to it, but like I think there's something to really be said about like what level is like the correct amount, or what's too much, or what's what
is
the
addicted,
line?
or what is
Yeah, because
yeah.
the lines are pretty waver. If you go to like an Alcoholic Anonymous like thing, like, man, anytime you ever mention like that you have had like an issue with it, they immediately lump you into the category with them. And I've been to a couple, and it's like, I'm not the same though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and I know that sounds like something that somebody would say when they come, they're like super in denial about it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, your life is completely different than mine. Like,
Yeah.
I made one mistake. You've made like a shit ton of
Hella,
mistakes
yeah,
that like
really.
have like led you to this point, and you're having like terrible like physical like issues, like like cirrhosis of the liver or something like that. Some of the dudes like hardly couldn't even talk and shit, or they
damn.
like completely ruined like marriages and like their
Sure.
kids and stuff like that. Like I like ended up like hitting my significant other or something like that. And it's like, I never like got to that point or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's like, no, I just like to kind of have like a little too much fun when I was
Yeah.
I've hit a few women, but
But no,
I hit my fair share.
no,
of
but,
things.
yeah.
but like I guess my point is like the line is like, I mean, my mom hardly ever drinks, like hardly ever. She'll have like one or two. My dad drinks pretty regularly, but he only has like a couple beers a night, which I don't
Yeah.
think is in excess. I might be a little
like
biased.
consistent, but like he doesn't drink.
My
a
dad's
lot.
But-
the same.
Yeah, but like, and my dad, I remember way back when I was young. I think it was probably before I was born, but I was young when my mom told me about it, and she like just wanted to make sure my dad could stop, so he stopped for like a month just to be like, yeah, I just prefer to have beers with dinner and like
Yeah.
to help relax, whatever.
He
He
It's
always
like,
had a full keg
that's-
of Bud Light.
I
It was
don't,
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I don't think it's like that is like where it's a problem. He never like anytime he ever gets hammered, which is like very rarely, is when we're on vacation. All the responsibilities are gone, and we're just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
Right. But like for you, I mean, to be honest, like you and I kind of probably started like almost at the same time.
Sure.
Which I think that like even the first
Probably together, yeah.
it was together. I remember the specific. We did like a bunch of fucking pain pills for my cabinet because like my parents don't fucking throw anything away, and I'm getting curious, like looking at Wikipedia online, like what are these stick
you
drawings?
told me
of
that
these
story.
models?
I have
This
our
is
small business.
confirmation.
Yeah.
A small.
I didn't make that up.
Yeah, but no,
I
it's
don't know, honestly, I thought you did. I thought you were just trying to be hard.
It's not that hard of it. Yeah, we sold pills, no big deal to high schoolers.
It's
God.
so out of character for the John that I've met.
It was, and you
know?
can probably attest
I
to
was
that.
a goddamn enabler, like
So-
really
Yeah, this
bad.
guy-
I'm like the probably like
You were
I
saying
wasn't
how you
like
were
I fucking
you-
probably helped enable you. To
You
do
said
a
you
lot
were
of things,
stubborn
like-
earlier, but like another attribute is like if it's not going your way, you'll make it like go your way. You're like,
Yeah, it's
you're
pretty
like, well,
fucked
think
up.
about it like
I'll,
this.
like, manipulate the
You're very
situation.
influential.
Uh,
I'm like, that's a good point, Nick. We should sell a bunch
I'll
of
like
pills.
use logic in the most like almost in a destructive way. I
Yeah.
try to not do that at all
Destructive
anymore. But
Yeah,
like,
you don't
back when I was
actually-
young, I
you
was
don't-
like,
That's how I started smoking cigarettes. You were that kid.
dick.
I know I was a dick, dude. Fuck, I was making you steal like fucking alcohol from the store you worked at and shit. Remember?
yeah,
like,
you
dude,
started
I
that.
fucking.
I just told
Oh
that
man, why don't
story
you just
last
grab it off the
night.
shelf? He doesn't probably keep inventory,
Yeah.
man. It's like he's old.
I
and
just
shit.
told that story. Like,
And I was like,
I used to
fuck.
do
Now
that too.
they still gave me
dude.
money, but I didn't put it in the register, so I wasn't actually
I
selling
worked at
it.
Yeah, it was fucked.
a
That was
late
my
night
mentality.
convenience store, and I knew where the cameras were, so I would let my friends come in, and I'd be like, if you stand in certain corners
Yeah.
and you fill up a backpack,
Yeah.
I don't
certainly
feel as
not
bad
gonna
now.
look.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I used to be. a little
Doesn't make it
shithead,
okay,
but
but
No,
I'm
no,
just saying,
I
like,
wouldn't condone
I was
it at all.
no,
Just-
don't do it. I was
I'm
a fucking
aware
shithead.
that
Yeah.
I definitely like influenced people on that. I mean, I did to like some of our other friends too. I know it, and I've definitely done it past that point until I like finally started realizing what I was actually doing, like the long term effects it's having on people or myself, right? But like, just even like starting out like back then, it was like. Most people start smoking weed or smoking cigarettes for the first thing. It was like funny because like the first time I ever got fucked up was on a shitload of painkillers with you actually. Remember that bat flew by and we both freaked out. I was like, "What the fuck did that just
Whoa,
run
fuck
across the
that
ground?"
bat.
We just dropped to the ground while we're stumbling around outside.
Yeah.
Euphoric as fuck. I
like-
was like, "Is it on the ground?" You're like, "I thought it was in the air." And both of us go,
Yeah.
"What the
Like
fuck?"
climbing on the roof and,
And
shit.
then my parents came home. They're like, "What are you guys doing outside?" "Oh, we just want to get some fresh air."
Yeah, you know, it's chill. I remember that. We're like, I was so convinced we were cool. Oh yeah,
yeah,
totally,
totally
It's
fine.
bad out there, whatever. What?
Yeah.
Totally fine.
And I think that's what like led to some more shit. But like, I don't know, just as like, I don't think like for you necessarily like having like beers at night, even if you are by yourself and shit like that, it's like, okay, but are you getting like hammered and tanked and are you not able to make it to work on time?
Right,
Is
I
it
guess-
ruining the rest of the party?
I
life?
think
Is it
the
hurting your
term,
health? Like,
one of my favorite terms is functioning alcoholic. I think.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
a
it's
weird
funny,
thing to say.
I
like-
don't like when people say that.
No, it
but
is. It's a dumb thing. Like
it's like, so you drink,
you're like a.
but you can still function. It's like, yeah, that's majority of people do
Yeah.
that. Like most people have like some drinks and they're
It's not
still
something that you like are necessarily supposed to be like proud of.
No. As you're like pouring yourself a
Functioning.
huge tall glass
Yeah.
of Johnny Walker or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm functional though.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fine.
cool. See, I can pour this. Functioning.
Yeah, and you're like, maybe a warning sign if you're calling it that because you kind of want to say it to somebody, but you're like milding or like lessening the blow when somebody hears it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, on my list here of stuff that we were going to talk about today, was something that you actually mentioned, and I'm curious about it as I'm looking at it here. It just says DOCs. What is it, and what is yours? So,
Yeah.
what is a DOC?
DOC would be your
dog.
drug of choice.
Oh, a drug of choice.
Yeah, drug of
Okay,
choice,
see,
yeah.
I was looking way further into
too,
it.
yeah.
So,
You're like
It's
looking it up on
actually
Urban
dumb.
Dictionary. What the fuck are they doing?
well, okay, so I want to talk about that because you brushed on it a little bit in your intro, and I want to make sure that we talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Addiction is not always drug related
Not
necessarily.
always, no.
And I'm putting drugs in quotations because I think that as we continue to talk about this, we're kind of talking about it in a sense of, and I think our listeners will kind of get this idea too, that addiction means alcohol, weed, cigarettes, heroin, etc. But it doesn't. You know, it could be. Let's take, for instance, that show, My Strange Addiction. There are people out there who are addicted to fucking crazy things. Like, there are people who... Have you ever seen the show?
I have not.
Whoa, you need... All right, pause the podcast. Let's go watch 10 episodes.
Be right back.
And we're back. No, I'm kidding. My Strange
show
Addiction is
sucked.
crazy. So,
It was cool after like 2.
no, My Strange Addiction is nuts. So what it is it's people with strange addictions.
Whoa, get out of here.
I thought.
Sorry.
Whoa.
One woman was eating or is addicted to like eating couch cushion.
I remember that one. She was all about it.
One woman is like, what was another one? It was like someone was like addicted to like being a baby.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, you know, I guess there's a fine, not a fine line, but a pretty wide line between like addiction and fanatic.
It's like
Yeah.
a behavior.
You know,
Or habit, or
Or
something
have
else
yeah,
people
you know.
call
So
it,
so
or
that
like,
show obviously painted it with a broad
obsession,
stroke,
maybe,
but
yeah.
I'm using it to kind of tune more into what I'm saying here is that
Right.
addiction is relative to you, and you know, what is it that is it something that stops you from doing something or from living your normal life? Is that what you would consider having a problem?
That's where I do think that like the what's normal to abnormal, it's when it gets in the way of like something else, or it's hurting somebody else, even if it's hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Like in it, like if it's a
Destructive.
yeah, there has to be some sort of like tangible like negative thing, like which a lot of like the harder drugs and stuff, obviously it's going to be damaging to your health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like there's like people can be addicted to food, but food is necessary for all humans. Like we
Right.
need nutrition, but some people take it over the top and then it becomes detrimental, and that's the different part.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, well there's like a healthy level of lots of different chemicals that you can have. Like there's a healthy level of love that you should probably have, or like sex, or like time with another person. Then there's like the abnormal part where it's like, oh, you're super codependent, and when you're not together with that person, you both have like physical withdrawals, you get depressed and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's like you still need to be an independent person and love yourself, and also be able to love other people, not rely on your happiness only solely because of that other person.
Yeah.
So there, it's like
Or thing or drug
or drink, yeah,
behavior,
what it's couch cushion, or
whatever your fucking
whatever your thing is. It's just like it's that, like basically like that chemical reaction that's going on in your head, like where you're having an overabundant amount of neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin getting released because of whatever action or substance that you're using, and whether it's natural or unnatural, like that's, I guess, the tangible thing, to where it's like, okay, you're getting way too much here to where you can't even like back off of it, and it's detrimenting something. I guess is where the line, I would say, is.
Do you have any of those sort of tendencies in yourself? Like, do you see?
Yeah.
Is there like what's something that you do in your life that could potentially border on addiction? So, like, someone looking from the outside in might be like, you know, Nick, you might want to like take a step back.
Use
But to
masturbating
you, you're
right
like, I don't
now.
have a problem.
Should we call it now, or can I just talk about any of the times? Because
anything, yeah, I
I'm
guess.
pretty good now, I would say.
If you don't mind sharing, we should say.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Don't,
I mean,
don't
like,
do, obviously.
tell us
No, I
your
mean, I
darkest
definitely went
secrets.
through some highs and lows.
People
like,
will
throughout.
listen to this, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, no one's good. It's just his mom.
It's just us
But,
three. No, I mean, I've told her fucking everything. It's a huge weight off my chest. But so
Therapeutic.
yeah, very, like, it was like bothering me. I was getting like terrible bad dreams about like, what if they ever find out? And I'm like, what the fuck? I could just tell them I'm like successful now, and like I'm past it. It's not like a bad thing. Anyway, so like I said, first time we ever like took painkillers or whatever, that kind of resided down, and I stopped doing that for a while. But then there was like a point in college where I found some dude that had like Percocet, and then like later he had OxyContin. So now all the Tylenol or the acetaminophen is taken out, so you can just get fucked up on this shit. And like I remember taking it like casually at night. Like I would go to school all day, do my homework, come home, and then I would take that instead of like drinking like a beer or just like chilling out or whatever. And
that
like
was your wind down.
you
That
just
was your-
get sunk into wherever you are. Like the couch just becomes melted all the way around you. Anyway, like after like 2 weeks of that, and I'm like going to this random sketchy dude's house that I don't even know to like buy it from him. He's probably
Yeah.
stealing it from his grandparents or some shit. And then I'm like, get the worst constipation that you have ever had in your
Oh,
entire
my
fucking
God.
life. It feels like something wants to burst through your fucking colon. I'm serious. It was like the worst thing ever. I'm like screaming at other people to go find me some fucking laxatives or something. Now I know that I should have just had like some pre-workout or too much magnesium, would have let it all out. But at the time I was like, that's a big fucking warning sign, because
Yeah.
like I had so
Don't
much
tell
of this
people how to
chemical
successfully do that.
in my colon that it literally was numbing it, and I couldn't go to the bathroom, and I didn't even notice it. So like I was like, I need to back off that. So that was my warning sign. And so I never really got into that shit anymore after that, because it was like I was going through high moodiness and whatnot. But
I'd
that
say it scared the shit out of you, but it did that.
it was the opposite. It scared it in me. No. You stay. No. But I guess there's that one was a kind of like a quick and overdone whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'd say probably the one that like easily sinks back in all the time, and I wouldn't. It's a tough one for me to call whether it's like necessarily like an addiction or not, because like I stop, but then like I guess I start up again. I don't know. It's weird for weed for me.
Yeah.
Like
That's a tough one.
I
to
can stop
justify.
drinking like fairly easy. Like I don't drink like at all during the week, and then I'll have some beers on the weekend or whatever, and then I might get like drunk like out with my friends or whatever. But like weed, really I notice like will stunt a lot of my productivity that I want to get done outside of work and whatever, just in my personal life, and that kind of stunts me a little. But at the same time, I do get like times where I'm hanging out with my friends or whatever, and I have a really good time like with them, and it's not really detrimental. I still wake up on time and I do my shit. But I think it's when I'm by myself and I want to do something else, and then I like rip the pipe, and then I'm like, fuck, now I'm just sitting here like staring, like thinking
Watching
like intensely, and now
Kevin
I can't
Hart.
and I can't, and I was gonna do like all this other shit, and like I guess that's like a small one, but like I still like clean my house and like get everything done I need to. So that's where it's like wondering where it's like, is that there to that point or not? But it's, I don't know. It's a weird one for me.
I can
guess,
I can
but-
relate to that too a little bit, because I also find myself with a lot of my work is creative work, and I'm like, just need some creative fuel, you know. And a lot of times it does help. I get
Yeah.
high, but a lot of times it's like, oh, this video of this new movie trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and then there goes an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn it. And then I
Movie
just,
trailers are pretty rad though.
let's just get that out of the way. Then. See, you
Let's
know,
not shortchange a movie
parts
trailer.
of a movie
Yeah.
beforehand.
But
Well, I get that too, because I do it. I mean, like I smoke pretty fairly. I would say that someone from the outside looking in would say I'm addicted to marijuana. Like just
sounds
because,
funny.
like I'm the type of person where I like to have it readily available. I don't smoke it all the time. I don't smoke before work. I don't like smoke during work.
Right.
It's usually like my unwind and weekend thing. But like when I get home, I'll light up a bowl and then I'll smoke. And if I'm alone, because there's a different dynamic when because Hannah and I smoke together, so it's like something we do together when I get home from work. So we pass it back and forth, and before you know it, you're like 3 or 4 bowls deep, and then you're like, oh man, let's go down this YouTube hole. And which is something that
everybody in stereo.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
yeah, we've all been
This
there.
right column that
Suggest-
just keeps taking me into the
Yeah,
best.
Yeah, exactly.
algorithm is perfect.
Before you
I
know
wanna
it, you're
watch
like
all
watching
these.
tree frogs like ribbit out Feel Good Inc. You know?
video.
But so someone so my dad just came to like visit recently, and I think it was like weird for him to see just how often we smoke. Like, 'cause, it's like, oh mate, we just ate breakfast. Like, then we're coming home. Let's like smoke a quick bowl and then head out. And then, all right, now we're back. Like, we're gonna smoke a quick bowl, and then we're gonna go to the bathroom. I'll smoke again real quick, and then we'll get out. And, which is like just a normal thing. Like, you don't really think about it when you're someone who smokes. It's like, all right, we're going to we're gonna go to the movies after this. Like, I'm probably gonna smoke real quick before we go to the movies.
Yeah.
Just because that's my
Yeah.
that's when I'm unwinding and relaxing. Like, that helps me relax. I can get really into like my head and like thinking about stuff and critical about things.
Right.
So I find that by smoking it slows it down. So I'm like, I can like take a step back and appreciate things for what they are.
Yeah.
As opposed to like being like, well, this fucking sucks. This is fucking stupid. Look at this stupid shit over here. Like, it keeps me from being so cynical.
Yeah.
But again, who knows? For all I know, that's my addiction talking and saying like, no, this is me justifying it. And
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I
That's
smoke
another thing,
like,
that internal battle you have.
yeah,
with it,
because
like,
you never
aren't aware
really
of it.
know. Because granted, there are people out there who can live their lives just fine without smoking weed ever.
Yeah.
But then there's me who like I can't get the same enjoyment out of stuff without smoking it. So you're like,
And then you set that
is that
standard
me?
for your body
Exactly.
and mind, and
Now
you can't-
baseline is now
Yeah.
like with a little bit of weed. And,
Exactly.
yeah, that's-
Exactly.
yeah.
And if you're default, you're
Or
below the
whatever.
line. And
Insert
you're bummed
chemical
out.
here.
Yeah, exactly, and everybody's got them because, like,
Couch cushion.
they're. I would say that I got pretty heavily addicted to Pokemon for a minute, like when it came out, like,
With
or
the bowl of
anytime a new
Pokemon.
one comes out, I'll sit at it and just play it, like, for real. Like, I'll bring it when we were at that last job that we had, the call center job that we talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would keep my Game Boy on in my pocket.
Oh, wow.
And then I would go to the bathroom and I would just fucking like sit there and play it for like 20 minutes, like pretending to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh shit, I've been here for a minute. Like, I should probably go back. And then like,
Sweet Pokemon lineup right now.
yeah, and I was like, wow, so that to me felt like an addiction because I was putting off
Yeah,
Right.
work.
Like you're saying,
Exactly. That's where that line you could tangibly notice.
Yeah, like that's what that's like in my head. I was
affecting-
like, at the time, I was like, "Fuck it, I just want to play it," and I really could give two fucking shits about that job. Like that
Right.
job sucked.
Yeah.
Now in retrospect, but at the same time, I, as an adult, am able to step back and say, "No, that was definitely addiction." Like because I let it get in the way of doing a regular, like not regular, but your day to day.
Yeah.
you've been playing it this whole time, though. You should put it down.
Pokemon is amazing. We're gonna have to do an episode about that because it's amazing.
It's true.
So on that, let's round this out by talking a little bit about some tactics for maybe helping somebody who's been addicted. What are some ways that you think are, I don't want to say foolproof because everybody is different, you know?
Yeah.
But what would you say are some of the more common things that you've
Like-
seen work more often?
Without having some like crazy event happen in someone's life.
Yeah,
Like,
more
someone maybe-
universal
like that
things
or
like
an intervention
You know,
or
like
something
yeah,
like
like
that. Yeah.
interventions, or is there like maybe?
I mean, I've never seen an intervention happen in real life. I
Me
like,
either.
like
I've only seen it on
that
TV.
show is like pretty intense, but those people are always way over the top. Like you're like, clearly somebody actually needs to intervene here because they are not going to help themselves. They don't give a fuck. They're to that point where they're so addicted where they're like, I don't care if I die, like, or whatever. It's like, that's a different level. But like, maybe you have somebody who's like, mildly like, okay, you could probably be a little bit better, like shape up. You're smoking weed before you're going like to work every day. And like, maybe like you're kind of the rest of your life, your shit's all in a fucking mess and your house looks like trash and you're not paying, like you've had that like, car registration thing on your desk for like 6 months. You probably should update your tax so you don't get pulled over and get a ticket and shit. It's like, but you're just like not doing your shit. It's like, okay, that's probably more realistic to what people that we see are going to have or something like that. But, or if every time you see them, they're always drinking or something. But like, I don't know if there's like any foolproof ways to do it, but like usually just having like a talk, like to initiate it, see how the person feels, like maybe they're not even aware of it is like half the problem, where they're like, they don't see it as a problem at all.
So it seems like maybe consulting with someone or talking to a friend is like a good technique. Like
Right. And you want to talk with them in a way to where you're not coming at them. You just want to be like, yo, dude, are you like cool with that? Like how, be like, yo, how often do you think you say you drink? Or like, how many drinks do you drink when you drink? And then how often do you drink? Just so like, they might like put a number inside their head.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, now I have this number.
And they quantify
and then
it
they
and
start thinking about it every time they pull it out of the fridge. They're like, oh, I've already had 6 beers today.
Yeah.
I only thought I was going to have like 2 when I got home. And they start noticing maybe like a small pattern. That might be enough for them to just take it back down to like a regular level or like whatever it is. But I think like doing like the intervention thing's probably like way over the top for a lot of people. They can get very defensive on it. But just, I think like friends are the best to help out. Some people may get defensive anyway, but like it's really hard for a significant other to do it, or your parents or something. For some reason, the closer that you are to people, the lot harder it is to actually listen to them without you like letting a bunch of emotions in. And a lot of people try to keep up that wall, so they don't want to break down or show their weakness in front of somebody that they love.
Exactly.
So sometimes your close friends might be a good one because you're like, my homie is still gonna be my homie after this. Like I know that they're just like trying to talk to me maybe about it. And so a lot of people will take that in is like a lot better like way to have somebody like bring it up. But that, and like maybe like, to be honest with me, I do it, like I have to notice it in myself a lot, which I like studied a lot about it in school and everything, probably because I noticed that I had some issues with it and I want to see what the fuck was going on psychologically and on the molecular level. But usually it was just like, oh, I would notice it. Luckily, I'm a fairly aware person. I would notice it and try to roll it back. Sometimes I wouldn't notice it for many years until now I kind of actually have that. You go through those cycles.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a tough one to say how to like help somebody out. I mean, for me, reading books about it, learning about it, like actually thinking about it kind of gives you like little... Yeah, there's a lot of good books that aren't like, go through these 12 steps or go to AA and like do all these things. There's a lot of books out there that are just kind of like, hey, these are like little habits that you possibly are doing that aren't helping, and maybe just try to tweak it slightly like this. And a lot of times that can help like immensely, just very small changes in your life. Like if you are drinking every day, maybe just try to roll it back to like 4 days a week or
Yeah.
5 days a week or
Yeah.
whatever it is, like have a day or two off. For me, like I would sometimes when I was trying to come, like wave or something out, like if I want to stop smoking weed for like a couple days or a week or whatever it is for whatever reason, to be honest, I'll like substitute. I don't think this is probably the best way, but like, and I bet like some people will be like, that is not the way to do it. But for me, I have learned that I don't have necessarily an addictive problem with alcohol, drinking it like every day or anything. But weed, if I start smoking it, I like to smoke it like once a day at night or something like
Yeah.
that. So if I stop that, I'll have like a beer or two that first day. And then maybe have like a beer or two the next day. Then maybe have like one. And then after that, I don't need either of them. And then I'm good for like a while. But then like say 2 weekends come later and you're going to like a concert or something and you want to smoke a joint before the concert or after, then kind of can start me back on that train again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are type of things that I've noticed that like sometimes substituting something that I don't have a problem with or like is hard of a time to stop kind of like helps
Yeah.
because the sleeping thing for me, it makes me go to sleep. I really like that. It kind of shuts the brain down. My brain's pretty active a lot into the time anyway. Kind of slows me down, relaxes me, and then I can go to bed.
I don't have that problem.
And if I don't, and then if I don't do that, sometimes I'm just sitting there awake for so long. I'm like, I need to go the fuck to sleep
Yeah.
so I can wake up and go back to work because I work like 12-hour shifts. It's just like, yeah. So sometimes I'll substitute a Coors Light or two, and then like after a couple of days, I'm like, all right, I'm good. I don't need either. But
Pretty easy to wean yourself off Coors Light, I imagine.
yeah, I mean, it's
I kind of want any more of those. Isn't that hard?
fast forward. John gets a 12-pack. Well, crushing these tonight.
Gonna stop drinking.
Someone
We all
said
know.
Coors Light.
We all know that John loves Coors Light.
Gold.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
That's the new thing that we're doing. You know what that sound means.
You know what that means?
I don't.
You don't know because it's the first time we've done it.
And I can't hear it.
It's time for this week's activity.
I don't.
Being active.
Super honest. But no,
Yeah.
no. We went over a lot of stuff. We didn't cover that.
Yeah, so this week I've put together a fun little game for you and John to play.
Whoa, yeah.
It's called Name That Drug. Now,
You're gonna fucking lose.
the way it's gonna work,
I
you
am,
you both have our patented Will Be Your Friends dry erase boards in front of you.
This thing.
They're from Staples. I can see
Yeah,
Staples.
with
on
markers. It's brought to you by Will Be Your Friends. We've done it.
Jesus, dude.
So the way this game's going to work is I've got a couple of different drugs here. They are explaining what they do in the third person. So I'm going to start reading clues. Once you think you have it, write yours down and put it in the air. Okay, put your board in the air. You don't have to show off your answer. You can keep it hidden from the other one. But once I see that both boards are up in the air, I will stop saying clues.
Jesus Christ, John.
So, if you know the answer and you want to fuck over your opponent, and you want to get the clues to get stopped after the first clue, put your board in the air with your answer on it. But once you put your answer up, that's submitted. You can't take it back. Okay?
So clues stop when the board goes up.
Clues stop
okay.
when one of your two boards
So,
goes up.
so does that mean like even if you get it wrong, you can erase it and write down the right answer?
No, once you put your board in the
that's
air,
it.
you're not
Yeah.
allowed to change the answer, but you lock in your answer. But if
Okay.
one of you locks in your answers before the other one, and before I finish all the clues,
Nice.
there are no more clues.
Okay, so we could end in a draw on one of the rounds. Or
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Exactly. You only get points. Every question is worth 1 point, so make sure you add up your points. You only get a point if you get it correct.
Yeah.
Okay? Whoever's got more points at the end knows more about drugs or something.
Okay. Couch cushion.
All right. Question number 1, or drug number 1. I cause profound distortions in a person's perception of reality. My effects normally last from 8 to 12 hours, and I'm often associated with Timothy Leary and the Grateful Dead.
Oh shit.
Oh. You're already done with the clues, huh?
We both say acid,
Nice.
and you guys are both correct. We started off a little. There's some of them in here. I'm like, holy shit!
Mark
if they
your
get
point.
this, I'll be
I
really
almost wrote out like the actual name.
Well, LSD or
You're being
acid, I would have taken either or. And if you really
Now
knew
I'm
the
curious.
full name,
What is
go
the
ahead, say it, rattle it off.
Lysergic acid dithiamide.
There you go.
Fuck, you just call me? Think you're better than
Number
me?
2. Number 2. Hey,
Hey man,
hey.
you tripping, alright?
This might be about drugs, but it doesn't mean we're getting rowdy. All right, this is a clean fucking game.
Clean fucking game.
All right.
Pass the
Number
ball.
2. I am a colorless, odorless, powerfully and highly addictive synthetic stimulant. Oh. We've got one on the board. John, you can put your answer up if you want, but I'm not going to say any more because Nick's put his answer up.
But I just know it's the answer because he's smart.
Wait, what is that?
Well,
No, it might not be. There's a lot.
I wrote my dick.
You have to put an answer up now, John. What, do you have an answer?
You wrote my dick.
Right. 5, 4,
Cocaine.
3. You guys are both wrong.
Damn
you
it.
might want to start listening to all of them. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
sorry.
one
I was trying to jump
crystal
again.
meth.
Ah,
Oh.
damn it.
But it's blue, I thought.
There were
'cause
more-
I watched
Not
the
always
show.
blue.
It's not always blue. There are definitely more clues. I'm going to pause in some of them. Maybe I'll give you all of them right ahead. You want to kind of just relax.
Yeah, no, I just want to
Yeah,
win.
What do you want?
My bad.
Cocaine?
All right, number 3.
No. All sad. You say it all
Jesus.
sad.
I feel bad.
Not
now.
yet.
I actually really don't like
Number
cocaine,
3.
so.
I increase the activity of a key neurotransmitter,
Damn it.
dopamine, triggering such an intense euphoria that users keep coming back and back for more.
I bet they keep coming.
Sometimes I'm referred to as Watson 387.
What the fuck is a Watson 387?
That's all the clues you guys are getting.
Shit.
So you just feel super dope? I don't get it.
Alright, so I'm going to start countdown now since I don't see any pens moving. We got 5,
I'm gonna guess.
4,
I don't think this is
3,
right.
2, 1. Answers up.
I don't know.
What's a benzo?
Nick says
I don't know.
benzos.
I think I'm
short
wrong,
for-
but...
You benzos and you say DMT. You're both wrong. The answer is Vicodin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I got this off the internet.
Didn't
so
you
it
say
can't be
intense?
wrong.
I was like, man, that one's not that. No.
Yeah.
Some of these I don't necessarily agree with, but
not
again,
taking
I'm
enough
not the
Vicodin,
expert.
apparently.
So
I'm not.
yeah, I wasn't doing Vicodin right either. So
I gotta
all right, number 4.
drink that with my Coors Light.
I'm usually used for treating depression and stress,
Oh shit.
but I'm also used for treating obsessive compulsive disorder and eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia. I'm also a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRI, activating an increase in the neurotransmitter of serotonin.
Fuck, I can't think of the name of it.
Let's see the board going up.
It's either that or...
I can't think of the other one.
You want me to give you a hint?
Are you guys competing against each other or
Yeah, we're.
together?
I was gonna.
All right, well, keep your answer in there.
Whatever.
You're not allowed
I'll
to
try
change
this.
it.
I'll just
I
try
hope
this.
you get it right if I'm not.
John,
this
you got
won't
5, 4,
This is too vague, but I'll see.
3, 2,
There's just so many
I
options.
can't
1.
spell.
I can't spell.
Antidepressant.
Was that too vague?
I think that's too vague
Damn it.
because the quiz did say Prozac, which is what Nick
What's
said.
the other one?
Xanax.
Xanax.
Yeah, I knew you were
So-
fucking
thinking
Z or an
that,
X.
yeah.
or
Current
something
standings
stupid.
are Nick at 2 points and John at 1. And here we get to question number 5. I am the world's most widely consumed psychoactive substance.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wait. Keep going.
I am a xanthine alkaloid compound that acts as a stimulant in humans.
Fuck, that's right. I
You gotta start hiding your
It might
board.
be.
Yeah, I
but-
wouldn't have got it. No,
You gotta start hiding
it's
your board because
caffeine.
John is gonna copy you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm-
So yeah, it's
sorry.
caffeine. Nick says caffeine, and you're right, it's caffeine.
Were you gonna
Good
go
job.
with tobacco? That's what I was gonna go with. at
No, I was
first,
still.
and
So that's why I threw some of those in here because I knew you guys would be like, "Oh, it's gotta be this one," but
I like
Nope.
that one. Yeah.
I actually guessed. I can't read, so I don't know.
this one, this one has one of my favorite like descriptions.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so the anesthetic properties of me can contain violent individuals to feel less pain, or can cause violent individuals to feel less pain after they take me and persist in violent or injurious acts as a result. I'm listed as a Schedule II drug in the United States under the Convention of Psychotropic Substances, and I am known as rocket fuel, Ashy Larry, whack, ozone, hog, and embalming fluid, among other names.
fluid?
I do not.
Oh, I thought that last one would give it away,
Yeah.
but it's fucking intense.
I don't think this is right.
So it's a liquid.
I don't
Or,
know.
Okay.
It doesn't
I'm
stay.
like,
It doesn't say.
Embalming fluid?
I actually don't even know what the word embalming means. I should know, but
Isn't that where they fill a
Embalming
corpse
fluid is what
with?
they fill dead bodies with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my god, it's like
Oh, why do they call it that? That sounds shitty.
What was the first one? Oh, you already read.
I wrote it down. Can't tell you. John's locked it in. So no more talk of the clues.
I don't think this is right.
I don't think mine's gonna be right either.
Also, I don't-
but I want to put this one anyway,
Oh,
but I don't think that's
So
what
John
it is.
says crack,
in all
and
caps.
Nick says PCP.
I don't think it's either.
It's
think
PCP.
PCP.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
Embalming
There you
fluid,
go.
huh?
So here we go, 3-2, Nick.
The aggressive thing is what got me there.
Yeah.
I was like, because that shit just makes people go fucking nuts.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
Like, who
PCP.
just wants to be like, you know what I want
I
to do
usually
today?
like-
Bunch of PCP.
Yeah.
I want to go get
I
arrested.
always
Fucking
stay at home
PC.
when I do it.
I know somebody who did it once,
Angel
and they were like,
dust.
they said they would never do it again, but like essentially all they wanted to do was just like clean their parents' house.
What the
Like
fuck?
they just like got it, like they're like you just feel fucking invincible. You just get
Yeah,
up and you
that's
like want
right
to move
here.
shit around. All right, number 7.
It's like throwing furniture.
Never even seen that one, but
In a blum.
I am one of the most poisonous naturally occurring substances in the world.
oh,
Though highly toxic, I am used in minute doses both to treat painful muscle spasms and as a cosmetic treatment in some parts of the world.
I want to. Should I have the name? But I should put it on like more specific of a name.
Fuck. Tip my tongue.
Oh, we got one locked in. 5,
Really?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I put Asia. Fuck.
You write Asia?
I wrote Brown.
What? I said brown.
You wrote Asia. And
I was trying to
Nick,
think of
Nick says mushrooms.
dopa.
What?
Seizure guys, help me.
Both of you were wrong.
Oh, what
The
is it?
correct
I
answer
didn't even put it on.
is Botox.
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 This is covering everything.
Whoa, that
Yeah.
was not on my radar.
Right. Hey, I didn't say it was going to make it easy.
No, that was good.
So,
Damn.
3 to
dens.
2. Still,
Word
3
den.
questions
What am I
left.
thinking of? Something dens.
Something dens.
Yeah, like it.
Rhododendrons?
Never
The
mind.
flower?
Yeah, that's the drug I was thinking of.
I don't know. Poppy
Roses are
seeds
red,
can
violets
make you
are
pass
blue.
or fail a
John
heroin
doesn't
test.
know what the
What's
fuck
in?
it is.
What's the poppy seed? What's that?
Oh,
Heroin?
opium.
Opium.
Dopamine?
That was the
Opium?
word I was going for.
Dopium? Like you?
Opium. Oh.
All right. 3 to 2.
What a stretch. Sorry. Super supportive.
3 to 2 for Nick. Question number 8. 3 questions left. I have not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration for medical use. I am considered to be an illegal drug. One of my significant effects is anterograde amnesia, a condition in which events that occurred while under the influence of the drug are forgotten.
That's not.
We've got a locked in answer. No more discussion of what the
Right.
clues were.
No, you fucking killed it. That's not right. Is it?
Get the right one. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know
going
what causes
I'm
fucking
not
amnesia.
saying either way, but you have 5 seconds to put an answer
don't
on
know
your
what
board, John.
caused it.
5, 4,
Sucks.
3, 2,
It says being hit in the head.
1. Wrong, but you're still closer than Nick. Nick says
Yeah.
marijuana, which is totally wrong.
Yeah. Well, I
The
forget
answer
shit.
is Rohypnol,
Wow.
aka
Oh.
roofies.
Robotusk.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I see.
Man.
Stop trying to
Should
get
call
dates with
them
marijuana. They'll
flories
remember.
because
Jesus.
you're more likely to end up on the floor than on the roof.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
Doug's on the roof.
Yeah.
He's on the roof.
I think I'm just like biased to the ones that like I'm like
You're like,
used to.
I only know about drugs that I've done.
Yeah. Well, I do roofies, but I didn't know that one.
You should just do them by yourself.
I
Number
forget.
9,
Jerk
John.
off.
You still have a chance because it's 3 to 2, and there are 2 questions left. So you
Okay.
could, if he gets both of these wrong and you get both right,
Going
you could
down
win
to the
it.
wire.
Thanks for the math.
John,
Welcome.
No,
eat-
genuinely, I didn't
eat a
know.
dick.
Ding. Sorry.
Number 9.
How many dicks, though?
I affect chemicals in the brain and nerves that contribute to hyperactivity and impulse control.
Oh.
I am a central nervous system stimulant similar to amphetamines.
It's going to be locked down.
Similar?
I'm going to try to get ahead of this one.
It was locked in.
I locked
It's
it.
similar to amphetamines, but it's not amphetamines.
I don't know. Can't discuss it
Alright.
anymore because it's
Okay.
been locked in.
God damn it, John. I appreciate you. I'm gonna use the actual. Well, the
I don't think I have the proper term, but
yeah.
All right, 5, 4,
yeah. Where's this fucking countdown?
3. He's the guest. 2, 1. All right. So it
What about
looks like.
pedophilia?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No,
I
I
can't read.
didn't.
All right. So John locked in with Adderall, and Nick says Ritalin.
Oh, Ritalin. That's what I was thinking of. But
You
it's
should have said Ritalin.
Fucking
because
A.
Yeah, 'cause he
Ritalin
said
is right.
Stupid
It
kids with
said
Down
similar.
syndrome.
Yeah, Down.
All right,
It's
so-
not.
I know.
You're like, wait a minute.
Well, you
Whatever.
can tie it up here, and I
PC
mean it's
term
all
is
for.
retard, I
It's
don't
all.
know.
We're all playing for magic horns and lubricants.
Ooh,
So,
I like
I like lubricants.
and magic coins.
that was my way of putting leprechaun and unicorn.
No.
Magic and magic.
Touche.
Magic. Question number 10, the last. I am a dissociative anesthetic for use in human and veterinary medicine. I am in the same class of drugs as PCP and produce similar effects.
What?
Sold illicitly, I come from diverted legitimate supplies or theft, primarily from veterinarian clinics.
I think it's on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
This is gonna be a tough one. I don't think.
Are you locking in, John?
I'm locked in.
Oh, alright, then I'm not going to say it again. We're locked in. Nick, I'm going to have to give you a timer of 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
4.
I don't know.
Boom. Okay, so you say Depakote,
Depakote.
Depakote,
I don't
and
think
John
that's
says
right.
Trank. John, I can't give it to you
What is
because
it?
it's more specific, but it's pretty similar.
What'd you put?
Tranquilizer.
Oh, I mean that's.
The answer was ketamine.
Oh fuck! I should have. Yeah, the animal part.
Yeah.
Gave that shit. Damn it.
That's what
Jay
it
and
was
Silent
for.
Bob Strike Back.
But still, we end at a 3-2. Probably one of the saddest games we've
That was
played.
pretty
that
bummer.
was pretty
I
bad.
thought
You guys
I
are
was gonna
both
lose
really
miserably.
awful.
Yeah, it makes sense to
I was
me.
hoping
can't
that you
read,
guys would be
so-
better at it, but you're not. It's fine.
No one told you that.
That's true. I just kind of assumed. I guess that's on me. Speaking of things that are on me, who's got anything to plug this weekend?
What?
I'm running out of segues
You could have said. You
over
could have
here.
said what's on me. Something about a monkey on your back.
Something
Gross.
about what's inside me.
Ugh.
Let's talk about plugs. I, as usual, have nothing to plug except for this show. Thank you for listening for another week. Nick, thank you so much for coming by and helping us out and having fun.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything plugged.
I think that this
I
was
won,
a lot less
so-
serious than we did than normal. But Nick,
Yeah,
do you
you
have
won.
anything that you'd like to plug? Can people follow you anywhere? Do you want more friends? Do you want our
trying to
friends
get back
to
in
be
the
your
music
friends?
game.
I mean, like maybe next time I might plug something, but yeah, I don't know. I'm off the grid quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can find me by talking to me.
So if you ever run into Nick,
Yeah.
go ahead and talk to him about today's episode. John, you got anything you want to keep everybody informed on? Anything coming up in the pipelines?
Yeah. Hopefully, if by this time you're hearing this, there should be a website, and you might even be listening to it.
Oh,
So.
will it be ready by then? I didn't want to say anything.
Well, I'm gonna have it functioning, and then it'll
Okay.
develop more.
So look forward to that. We've got a website coming, guys, and hopefully it'll be up and ready by the time this episode airs. Something else we're still doing, we're still looking for individuals for Marvel Madness.
Yeah.
Nick, if you like Marvel movies, you're more than welcome to come back and join us.
Sick.
4 straight weeks, nothing but Marvel, talking all the phases.
Yeah.
Which gets me excited. We're about to go see Infinity War for the second time. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, why do I keep doing that? I just do it. I have the soundboard.
It's
It
so
just
funny.
makes me fucking laugh.
Yeah, it makes everything better.
So good. Anyways, that's it. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, if nobody else will,
We'll
be your friends. Goodbye. Hey, everybody. What did you think of today's podcast? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did we not mention something that you think we should have? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then drop us a line at WBYF Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Join the discussion at our Facebook, facebook.com/WBYF Podcast. And for any inquiries about episode ideas, being on the show, fan art, or anything you want us to see personally, send an email to wbyfpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and remember, if no one else will, then we'll be your friends.